Hey guys, Bolt back, and we're dealing with
Here, buddy, buddy,
bugs.
buddy. Ew. I thought working for a fashion designer was going to be glamorous.
Okay, we got one.
Wonder how all that red paint got there.
Okay, there's one. Only 6 more to go.
When it comes to making tea, been there, done that.
Oh. So what should I...
Missed it. Here, buggy, buggy, buggy.
Okay. 4 more. Ah.
Dear Miss Manette, on the books on the women of the French Resistance, exploits of Noisette Trenade, because she owned the windmill which you now own. Oh, this is from that historian who called before. Maybe she can help me figure out why Dieter was carrying that obituary around.
Where? Oh. It's on a desk. Dang.
Playtime's over, little guy. Poor girl.
Or both. Okay, there's that. Oh, come on.
Gotcha. My gosh, the letters in these fonts look exactly like the ones that were used in one of those threatening notes Manette got. Which means Heather must have sent it.
I think it's just the desk one. That's all that remains.
Say goodnight, Gracie. There, that has got to be the last bug.
I was gonna touch the dress, but I better not. There's no reason to. It'll probably just fall apart.
You can open the door now, Manette.
Did you get all of the bugs?
Yes, Manette.
How many are there?
I don't know, 9?
Are they all alive?
Yes, Manette.
Are you sure you didn't kill any?
Positive.
And they're all in the box?
Yes.
Okay, listen. I want you to take that box to the park and let those things go. Only I don't want to be here when you come out. Probably the only thing those twisted little vermin are thinking about right now is revenge.
Manette, they're cockroaches.
Exactly! So I want you to count to 10, and then, and only then, are you to come out of there, all right?
Anything you say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a nut job.
Okay. This will give me a chance to explore. So not that. I've already read that. Oh, this thing. It's weird. You know what? It's red.
This fabric is so strange. It's soft and metallic all at the same time.
Okay, that was it. Okay. Nothing worth a damn, really.
Okay, guys, end of the line. You are out of here.
Okay. Anything new? I'll make this a 25-minuter.
Did you get the stuffed parrot?
Here you go. What's it for, anyway?
It's a Minette thing. You wouldn't understand. No one would.
What's with all the red paint that's splattered on the wall in Minette's studio?
I came in one morning last month, and there it was. Minette must have had a bad night.
And she just happened to have a can of paint in her office?
Probably using it for inspiration.
Ah, thanks for your help.
Have fun!
Okay, I am going to save before asking this question.
Forget something?
Why did you write Minette that threatening letter?
What? You think I wrote those letters?
I think you wrote at least one of them.
Can you prove it?
The letters on it match the memo you sent Minette about fonts.
Okay. A couple months ago, I got so fed up with her that I just had to get back at her somehow. I'd seen how upset those other letters made her, so I sent one of my own, but just that one. And I never intended to really do anything to her. I just wanted her to suffer. You know, emotionally.
The way she made you suffer when she started going out with Dieter.
You really don't miss a trick, do you? I thought when she dumped him like that he'd finally come to his senses and realize that I'm the one he should be with. But even now, even after she broke up with him, she still has some kind of weird, sick hold on him. Look, you're not going to tell Minette about this, are you? There's really no need. It'll just upset her all over again. And she's so far behind as it is. And there's no telling how she'd take it out on me. Or on you, for that matter, just for telling her. So don't say anything to her, okay?
I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll see you later.
Okay. Nothing new?
What? Someone with a German accent called for you when you were fitting JJ, but he didn't leave a message.
Oh?
He sounded kind of angry.
I'm sure it wasn't important, so don't worry about it. What else?
Do you have any idea who sent you that box of cockroaches?
No. Probably just some idiot who has no understanding of how much I have to do, and how long it takes me to do it, and thinks the world revolves around him and what he wants, and can't understand why people don't jump just because he snaps his finger. I mean,
Probably just some practical joker, that's all.
Okay.
Why do you wear that mask?
This mask is a statement, Nancy. It's my way of telling society that it pays far too much attention to the face. I design clothes for the person. I'm telling society, forget the face. Look at the person. Look at my creations. The colors, the fabrics, the lines I choose. They are meant to enhance the person, not the face. The person. The face is inconsequential.
I thought maybe you were just trying to save money on makeup. That was a joke.
Any more questions?
I'm not gonna say this, I'm gonna ask this.
Why did you break up with Dieter?
That is absolutely, unequivocally, 100% none of your business. And if you ever ask me anything about Dieter again, you're fired. Now go away and let me work.
Okay, so she has nothing to say to me. Okay. I'll ask him why he was at the park, I guess.
Sounds like someone's in the dark room.
Oh, perfect. This is snooping time around his personal stuff. But this is also probably where the snake comes. Just steals camera from person. That really it? Stealing a camera? Well,
Mademoiselle Drew, what is it now?
I'm staying with JJ Ling, the model. Do you know her?
But of course, I know everyone who is anyone when it comes to fashion. And Gigi, she is a breath of fresh air.
But what about JJ Ling?
You mean Gigi Ling?
No, I mean JJ.
Gigi.
JJ.
En français, you pronounce G like J and J like G. She may very well be JJ in America, but in France, she is Gigi.
Has she done modeling for any other designers in Paris?
She did a lot of work earlier this year for Ugo Bottoli.
oh,
Which, I do not doubt, is why Minette was so eager to use her. Unfortunately for Gigi, I assume she told you how she was tricked into a current contract with Minette.
Yes. Terrible thing being tricked like that.
Of course, it was Gigi's agent who misled her, not Minette. Nevertheless, Gigi seemed very upset when I talked to her. She does not wish to be stuck in Paris for so long. The perils of being a model, eh?
I'd better get going.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
alright. Cool. Oh. She's still gone. I wish... So a lot of people going into the catacombs. I'm guessing I'm going to have to worry about the police later on. Okay. Not much I can do. Maybe I can talk to Hugo again? Let's try this zippy thing. Oh! Well. Well, I'd rather this... rather do this at the house. So at least I know that's how the hints go. Okay. I completely forgot. Cool. Alright. We'll talk to Frank and Joe, and then we'll also talk to Bess. I wish I could click on it. It'd be so much fun. Do you accept the charges from overseas?
Hello?
Bonjour.
No! Nancy! George, go get on the other line, quick. It's Nancy. And remember, talk fast. She's calling all the way from France. So where are you? What have you seen? How do you like Paris? What's Minette like? Have you learned how to design clothes?
Bess, slow down. You don't have to talk fast, okay? My dad bought me a phone card and told me to make as many calls as I want.
Oh, great. Hi, Nance. What's going on? How's Paris? Have you seen the Louvre? What about the Eiffel Tower? How many famous people live in it?
3 words. Prepaid phone card.
Oh, great. Hey, perfect timing. We were just about to go for a run.
Whoa, wait a minute. A run?
Jog. I meant jog.
But you said run.
I meant jog.
You know how I feel about the R word, George.
Jog. We're going for a jog, Bess. Honest. So, Nance, tell us about Minette.
Well, she's very high-strung.
Why do you say that?
Well, the first time I walked into her office, I was almost decapitated by the potted plant she'd just thrown.
She threw a potted plant at you? Before she even knew you? That was rude.
Actually, she was throwing it at Heather, her assistant. Oh, and Bess, according to Minette, when something is cool, she says it's totally rude.
Rude. You know, that's got a ring to it. He is one rude dude. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna start saying that.
I told you guys before I left that I'd be rooming with Jing Jing Ling, right?
You mean you really are?
Yes.
We thought you were kidding.
What's she like?
Well... In order to work for Minette, she needs to gain a little weight, so she's constantly making cookies for herself.
What? Models can't eat cookies. That goes against the laws of nature.
JJ can. In fact, she has to. She's a couple pounds shy of being the perfect size 12 that Minette needs.
But that's not fair. All this time thinking that I could eat cookies and models couldn't is the only way I could feel superior to them. You just totally destroyed my image. Well, look at it this way. Jing Jingling eats cookies. Jing Jingling is a model. Bess Marvin eats cookies. Ergo, Bess Marvin is a model. Or could be a model. You know, in some parallel universe type thing. Nice try, George.
I took this very strange phone call from Annette. At least I tried to.
What was so strange about it?
The guy wouldn't give me his name, and he sounded very hostile, and he had a German accent. And, not long after that, some unknown person sent Minette a box of cockroaches.
Ew, yuck.
Tell me about it. They got loose all over her office, and she made me find them and put them back in the box.
Double yuck. Did any kind of note come with them?
Nope.
Sending anonymous letters is one thing, but sending live vermin sounds to me like things are getting personal. Yeah, let's just hope they don't start to get deadly.
It turns out that one of the threatening letters Minette got was sent by none other than her own assistant, Heather McKay.
You're kidding. Why would she do that?
According to Heather, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. She said she got so fed up with Minette one day that she did it to get back at her. She said she never intended to hurt her, physically at least.
Do you believe her?
I guess.
Just be careful. Maybe Minette's wackiness is contagious.
The windmill Minette works out of was once owned by a woman named Noisette Tornade, who used to be a resistance fighter during World War II.
Was it like her headquarters or something?
I don't know, but I can tell you that a certain young German fashion photographer who used to date Minette has been carrying around the woman's obituary.
Why?
Don't know that either. I have the number of someone in the States who's doing research on her. Maybe I'll give her a call.
Good idea. Something tells me the more you know about that old windmill, the better off you'll be.
That's it for now.
Keep us posted. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Joe, it's Nancy.
Nancy? As in Drew? I thought you were in France.
I am in France.
Frank, pick up the phone down there. It's Nancy Drew calling from France. Everything okay?
Everything's great.
Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Frank. Whoa, you sound out of breath.
Not out of breath, out of shape.
Me? Hey, you're the one who's been taking a break for the last 2 hours.
Break from what?
Carrying furniture upstairs. Carpet layers are coming to redo the basement tomorrow, so we gotta get everything out. And I use the term we loosely.
Hey, I'm pacing myself here.
You're in the kitchen eating jelly donuts, aren't you?
Not anymore.
Well, I made it to Paris, okay?
Great. Exactly where are you?
Right now, I'm in the Latin Quarter.
Wait a minute. I thought you were in France, not Central America.
She's in the Latin Quarter of Paris, Joe, not Latin America.
They call it the Latin Quarter because it's where the Sorbonne University is. And until 1793, Latin was the area's official language.
Oh, what are you doing there?
I'm in the apartment Amy Grunhild arranged for me. In fact, did I tell you who my roommate is?
Is it somebody we know?
Jing Jing Ling.
Jing Jing Ling? The model? You're rooming with J.J. Ling, the famous Australian model?
Yep.
Put her on.
Joe, just calm down.
I'm calm. I'm very calm. I'm completely calm. I just want to say hi, that's all. Put her on.
I can't put her on, Joe. She's not here. Sorry.
Oh. Think maybe you could put her on later?
Maybe later, yeah.
Sweet.
Minette's studio is something else.
Before you left, you mentioned it was an old windmill or something?
Right. It's in an old moulin. That's French for windmill.
Like that cabaret de Moulin Rouge.
Exactly. And like the Moulin Rouge, Minette's windmill is in the section of Paris called Montmartre. The outer office looks like any other modern office, but Minette's studio, which is inside the moulin itself, is very old and funky.
How long has she been there?
Only about a year or so. Long enough for her to throw paint all over the wall in a fit of anger.
She throws paint?
Among other things.
Yikes.
Parts of Paris are real quaint. Like you can buy stuff from these vendors in the park, but if you want to get a good deal, you have to haggle with them.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like a pain.
Oh, Frank, where's your spirit of free enterprise? What kind of stuff do they have, Nancy?
Everything imaginable. It's like a garage sale, only in a park.
I love garage sales.
I hate garage sales.
Plus, their inventory is always changing, so people keep going back to them just to see what new stuff they have.
I wish haggling was common in this country. There's nothing better than feeling like you've gotten yourself a really good deal on something.
And when somebody rips you off?
Nobody rips me off, Frank. Okay, except for that bogus concert ticket I bought from Gerald, the budding juvenile delinquent Higginbotham in junior high school. But I was young then, very young.
That's it for now.
Don't be a stranger.
Take care.
Okay. And then one last person, and then we'll end it, which is that person who's researching stuff. Whoa.
Modern European History, Lynn Manrique.
Hello, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Paris. Actually, I talked to you earlier when you tried to call Minette.
She's finally calling me back? Wonderful. Please, put her on.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid she's still too busy to talk to you.
Oh,
But if you don't mind, could I ask you a couple of questions about Noisette Tournade?
certainly.
How long did she live in the Moulin, where Minette now has her studio?
She lived there for 55 years, from 1949 to 2004. She sold it when she moved to Provence, which is where she passed away. She never married, you know. Very private person. She served as Paris's director of public works for more than 20 years, yet not one person has been able to tell me what her favorite color was.
What did she do during the war?
From 1942 until the liberation of Paris, Noisette worked as a translator for the Germans by day and an encoder for the French resistance by night. This, as you might imagine, made everyone suspicious of her, both French and Germans alike. And after the war, things got ugly. Especially when people found out she was romantically involved with a German soldier. His name was Hans von Schwesterkrank.
You're kidding me. Was he by any chance related to Dieter von Schwesterkrank, the fashion photographer?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Hans left Paris right after the war and never returned, leaving Noisette to fend for herself. She was tried as a collaborator in 1946 and acquitted, but the experience left her quite bitter. You see, some people said that during the war she took various pieces of artwork, mostly from churches, and stashed them away somewhere so they wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Were they recovered after the war?
The artwork remains lost to this day. No one knows exactly what Noisette took, or if indeed she took anything. In any case, Noisette was terribly hurt that the city she loved had turned on her like that. After her trial, she told the press that the truth of what she'd done during the war resided in her and in the person and place she loved the most. And that was that. She never spoke of her wartime activities again. I assume that the person she was referring to was Hans von Schwesterkrank, who passed away a year or two ago, and that the place was her beloved Moulin, which is why I'm hoping Minette will allow me to visit it. Now, I've got a question for you. In the hours before she died, Noisette was said to have constantly muttered 3 words. Red, left, green. Is there anything inside the Moulin that has to do with red, left, green? Anything at all?
No, but I'll keep that in mind and let you know if I see something.
I'd appreciate it. Any other questions?
What did you mean when you said Noisette was tried as a collaborator?
Collaborators were French citizens who not only failed to resist the occupation, but actually helped the Germans keep it going. Because Noisette had worked for the Germans as a translator and had a German boyfriend, after the war, many of her countrymen automatically accused her of collaboration. When it was revealed that she had been a member of the resistance, instead of exonerating her, that just made some people think she'd been spying for the Germans too. As I said before, it was an ugly time, one which poor Noisette spent the rest of her life trying to forget.
What was the French resistance?
That was the name given to the various groups of men and women who did their best to undermine Germany's military occupation of France during World War II. Some would engage in strikes and sabotage, while others would collect and pass intelligence along to the Allies. Needless to say, their operations were highly covert and very dangerous.
What's the story behind the Cross of Lorraine?
The vertical
vertical bar crossed by 2 horizontal bars is an emblem that was first used by Joan of Arc, as well as the Dukes of Lorraine in the 15th century. But during and after World War II, it became a symbol of the French resistance. Nowadays, it's not unusual to see it on statues or monuments commemorating the period in French history from 1940 to 1945.
Oh, okay.
After the war, when she was the director of public works, what kind of things did Noisette do?
She oversaw many of the services which the citizens of Paris enjoyed every day. Streets, bridges, parks, their maintenance all came under Noisette's purview. She particularly enjoyed putting various forms of art on permanent display in various public places, especially parks.
Oh! So that park probably has a bunch of stuff about her.
What else can you tell me about the German occupation of Paris?
The German army entered Paris on June 14th, 1940, and after France formally surrendered on June 22nd, the Germans controlled the city. They took whatever they wanted, food, supplies, houses, artwork, and dictated how Parisians were to live their lives. Naturally, their presence was deeply resented. Some people ignored the situation as best they could. Some collaborated with the Germans, while others, like those in the resistance, fought back until the city was finally liberated on August 25th, 1944.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Call back anytime.
So that cross in the park is of her doing, okay.
It'll be dark in a few minutes. I'm going to head back to Jingjing's.
I guess we'll look at the park next time. The calls took way too long, but all right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.